Welcome back to the SeeBiz Inventory guided tour. Today we will show you how to create an invoice in SeeBiz Inventory. Let's get started. There are multiple ways to access the invoice creation page. First is by clicking on the invoice on the feature navigation sidebar. If you don't have any invoice added already, you will see a Create Invoice button. The second method involves clicking on the plus icon next to the invoice. Now, click on the Create Invoice button. A window named Create Invoice will appear. You can add a new invoice with or without attaching a sales order in it. Let's make a direct invoice without attaching a sales order first. Here, select a customer's name from the drop-down menu or add a new one. The invoice number will be added automatically. Since no sales order is attached, you will skip the order number field. Set the invoice date, which is set to the current date by default. Due date is set to the current date, but it will automatically change according to your invoice terms. Invoice terms outline the expecting payment for your products. Here, due on receipt means the contact will be paying as soon as order is received. Similarly, net 30 means that after the invoice is issued, the contact can pay in 30 calendar days. Also, you can create your own presets of invoice terms by clicking on the Add New button. A window will open. Here you can edit and delete the existing terms and add another by clicking on Add New. For instance, write net 20 in the label section, which shows the name of the term, and write 20 in the days section, which means that the payment should be made within 20 days. Now select a suitable option. As you can see, the due date is set automatically when the invoice terms are selected. If you want to change the due date, then select Custom from Invoice Terms and set the date according to you. Add any notes or memos here. Now, select the items, select its warehouse, items quantity, below is shown the remaining quantity of that item, and update the price. Select any applicable taxes from the drop-down menu. The total amount per item is shown here. You can add another item by clicking on the Add Another Item button, or also can add bulk items by clicking on the Add Bulk Item. A window will open. On the right side, select the items from the list which you want to add in this invoice. Or, you can search them directly using their name, or SKU, and then add them by selecting. This way you can add 50, 60 items within 30 seconds easily. Once you have added all the items, click on the Add button. Below you can see the subtotal, which is the total price of all the items in this invoice. You can add any adjustments if you want. Add the shipping charges. The total amount payable by the customer is shown here. Now, click on the Save button to store the invoice in your system, or click on the Save and Send button to store and email it to the customer as well. The invoice is created in the system and you can view its details. You can also attach sales orders with the invoice, if they are already created. For this, select the customer from the drop-down menu. After selecting, you will see that all the sales orders related to that customer will be displayed below. Click on it to add the orders. From here, select the sales order you want to attach in this invoice. You can also attach multiple sales orders of a customer in one invoice. After selecting required sales orders, click Add. All the items in the selected orders will be added successfully. From here you can see all the item information and change it if you want. Below quantity, details of ordered and invoiced quantity are shown. Add adjustments and shipping charges. After filling in the other necessary information, click on Save, and the invoice will be saved into your system. You can also create invoices directly from the sales order. For this, click on the sales order, and select the one whose invoice you want to create. Now, click on the Invoices tab, and add an invoice from there by clicking on the plus Create Invoice, or by clicking on the Create button on the top right, and select Invoice. This is how you can create your invoice easily. Thank you for watching. Please click on the next video to learn more about SeeBiz Inventory.